I would like the audience to go out and vote. Go out and vote in the 2020 election to make a difference in the country. After one of the most shocking presidential elections in 2016, most voters are eager to make their voice heard in the upcoming 2020 election. Still, many refuse, are unable, or simply don't have any interest about casting their vote. However, I would argue to them that voting in the upcoming election could greatly affect our future and the future generations to come. With things like healthcare, immigration laws, and climate change on the line, this country is in dire need of a population of eager voters. Here are just a few reasons that you might consider voting in your country. As I stated earlier, your vote is a chance for you to make your opinions heard. As a democracy, unlike many other countries in the world that do not have this kind of government, we are fortunate enough to have a say in what happens to our country. So if you don't participate in voting, then we really don't have a democracy. So what is the point? When you vote, the chances of your values and your own personal interests can be reflected in the government and governmental policies, and it will totally increase. So if you have something that means a lot to you, you might as well go and vote if you want to change it or if you want to keep it the way it is. So if you don't vote, you're basically just giving up your right to someone else who could have a completely opposite opinion than you and could want something completely different, and if you don't vote, they might get their way, and then you will not enjoy life if you don't have that. So obviously, voting isn't just about the president. It's about a ton of other government officials. If you've never voted before, on the ballot, there's a ton of different things that you're voting for besides the president. And these other people, not only the president, they have a major say in making the laws and what happens in our country as well. In the United States, the government exists at the presidential level, but as I said, it also exists at the local and state levels. And although you might be really focused on who the president could be, it actually could be way more important to vote for local and state representatives. By voting in these elections, you're going to increase your probability of affecting what is closest and most important to you in your town, city, or state. So if there's laws that you want to change in your state, like education is a really big deal, and if you're not happy with the education laws in your town, then you're going to want to elect someone that reflects your feelings and your ideals. So definitely go vote in your local elections. So with a democracy in the United States, there's a thing called checks and balances. So these people that are state and local officials, they're able to check the president on things. So if you're unhappy with the president's decisions for your country, then you would want to elect someone that thinks differently than him, that's going to be able to check him when there's something that you don't like. So what are the laws that are being affected by voting and who we vote for, and why should you even care about these laws? Well, there are countless issues that will be affected by voting. I can't name all of them, but there are a ton. Some of them include healthcare, gun control, taxes, immigration, climate change, and reproductive rights, just to name a few. Obviously, many people think many different things, and not one candidate is going to probably agree with everything that you believe in. But you want to vote for someone that mainly reflects what you want. These issues not only affect our lives, but the lives of other people who might be unable to vote. If they're too young, well, I can vote now, but if you're too young and you still care about these things, then you're going to want someone that can vote to help you out. So, as a woman, I would be concerned about reproductive rights. To ensure my voice and all other women's voices will be heard, I would hope that all women would go out and vote about how they feel on the issue, as well as many more, because many people's lives can be determined or can be affected by this. Many times, people are too defeated after a past election to go and vote. Well, I would say to this that if you're so upset and unencouraged about the country's state right now, well, then you should probably go make your voice heard and go and vote. Having this mindset will only continue the corrupt system that you have in mind that you want changed. So if you vote, you won't have to be complaining anymore. Be a doer and get it done. If you really want to see change in the country, stop complaining about how messed up American politics are. Be a positive change and do it for yourself and the people that are depending on you. As you can see, there are many different and even crucial reasons that you should go out and vote. After much criticism for our current presidency, I hope you do something about your grievances and vote for change. If you want to see the presidency continue, make your voice heard as well. There are many issues that may be determined with voting. Either way, as long as you vote, you'll know you had a say in it. Be the change you want to see in this country. Don't just stand and let it happen. Go out, cast your vote, and it starts in your town. Start with your town and what you want to see affected there, and then build your ideals upon that and go to the state, see what you want done in the state. And then if you agree with that, vote for a president that matches those ideals. And this will help out a lot of people that don't have a say too. So I would just recommend go and vote.
Resources.
Yes. So I got all of this from my a few websites and an academic journal from Columbia College. FollowMyVote.com, HuffingtonPost.com, The Civic Report from Columbia College, MyLWV.org, TradeSchools.net, and CampusVoteProject.org. So I hope you learned something about voting, and I encourage you to go out and vote and make a change for your country. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good.
Good job. Good. That's a lot. That's a long time to give